Welcome to the Ultra Street Fighter 4 World Warriors of Capcom Cup Player Showcase Series. My name is Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen. And we're here to talk about the 16 players who are going to be showing up at Capcom Cup 2014, which is going to take place at the Warfield in San Francisco on December 13th. And you can watch this. I mean, if you're in the area, try to go, please, because it's going to be an amazing event. Yeah. But otherwise, if you can't make it, you can watch it live on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. Make sure you subscribe to that so you get notifications. As soon as it starts, you're not going to want to miss a single second of this event.
Yeah, so there are 16 players, and there are a couple of different ways that you can qualify for this. One is by winning a tournament and automatically qualifying. There were 10 such tournaments. The other way is by getting a certain number of points over the year. You know, points were handed out to the people who did well at tournaments around the world.
Right.
And there will be 6 of those.
Yeah, but in this particular case, the player that we're going to cover is one Nishikin, who won one of the premier events and automatically qualified.
Yeah.
And did it by using Blanka.
That's right. Yeah, so from Japan, Nishikin has been playing Street Fighter 4 since it started. He's been one of the top Blankas, basically throughout the lifetime of Street Fighter 4 so far. You know, Blanka historically had never won a major tournament on the level of the Taito Cup, which is what Nishikin qualified at.
Right. And in Street Fighter 4 in general,
and
in the entire series,
right,
yeah.
For the 6 years that the series has been out, that hadn't happened. So it was the first time.
Yeah, Blanka has always been kind of a, you know, a little bit of a shenanigansy character. Not exactly
that great a character.
The most, yeah, he doesn't have the most solid gameplay built into his style. You know what I mean? He's very kind of keep you guessing and just kind of overwhelm you with tricks and tricks and tricks kind of thing, you know?
Well, Nishikin himself, I don't recall having been to that many big major tournaments, but it's been happening more lately. He came to the United States, if you recall, earlier this year. He went as CEO, I think it was.
Yeah.
And you know, he didn't do that great, I don't think.
I mean, one of the players that he lost to was a counter shenanigans character, you know, and kind of things like. So he lost to Smug, for example. He wasn't ready for that,
no,
right?
He was not.
Yeah.
No, he was not.
Yeah.
But so he is traveling a little bit more, and not that this is really traveling, the tournament that he won, but I like that he's entering more of these big things because we get to see a Blanka duo, which is rare.
Yeah, and now he's going to be here at the Capcom Cup representing this character. I mean, if you asked players, fans of the fighting game community from around the world, which characters you thought would show up at Capcom Cup, Blanka probably would have been on the short list.
Would not have been on that list. No. But that's great.
Yeah,
I'm really happy to see the character get there. I'm really happy for Nishikin. So as we watch, what kind of play style are we going to be looking for?
Well, I mean, it's interesting because I said Blanka's a very shenanigansy character. Nishikin, I don't know if it's just because he's been playing Blanka for this many years, so it's just kind of driven him to this style, but he fits it to a T.
Yeah.
He is so willing to go for crazy stuff and with reckless abandon and just kind of, you know what, I feel like trying this right now, let's hope it works kind of thing, you know?
I feel like he does a really good job of playing Blanka about as well as you can. About as maximized the Blanka as you can get, because he alternates between these periods of playing very lame, that is to say, very keep away.
Right.
Stay away, maybe. But then he will all of a sudden turn it on, and now it's quick into offense, into little shenanigans, cross-ups, throws, that sort of stuff. So he can really turn it on quickly, which I think is great for Blanka. You know, Blanka has some tools to stay away, but when you're staying away, oftentimes it's hard to deal damage or to be a threat.
Right.
And so you want to occasionally do these hops in, and they're not necessarily safe, but you have to do that to keep the opponent off guard, and he does that.
Yeah, and another thing too is like a lot of times when he does play defense is some, you know, he'll have life lead. Yeah. And in that case, you just use the life lead to get your opponent to try to attack you, and so that works out for him. So you're right, you know, not only is he shenanigansy, but he does have a pretty strong, you know, keep away game. And yeah, mixing up between the two is very key for a character like Blanka.
So in the match that we're going to watch, it's Nishikin against Bonchan. This is grand finals of the Taito Cup, again, where Nishikin qualified.
Right.
Bonchan, of course, ultimately qualified himself via points.
Yeah. He was pretty much a shoo-in, you know, at this point in time. So But I mean, because he got second at Evo and everything.
Right. But so Nishikin plays against him. You know, Nishikin and Bonchan have played many times. They played the same arcade. They have a lot of experience against each other. So this is one of those matchups where you might see a little bit more crazy stuff than otherwise. Because when that happens, when two people play against each other a lot, you start to see these weird little mix-ups come in that wouldn't work on many other people, but that work great because you just know exactly how the other person plays.
Right. The strategy, the psychological game has already advanced to this level. You know, when you start,
and then it goes all the way back down to the bottom, right? Yeah.
But like when you play someone the first time, you keep it very basic to the standard ones. When you've played someone a million times, stuff just starts flying, you know.
So we'll see some of that.
All right.
We'll see some of that. All right, well, you want to hop into this?
Yeah, no problem.
All
right. So again, this is the Taito Cup here. And this is a 2 out of 3 match. And you can immediately see Bonchan trying to do his best job, just trying to keep him out. And immediately, Nishikin just going crazy.
And then he backs off. You see what I mean? He alternates between that throughout this set.
Yeah, and regardless of, you know, what we say about Blanka and being shenanigansy and crazy and Nishikin being kind of crazy, you'll see a couple of times that Nishikin has a couple of really beautiful fireball reads.
Oh, yeah. That he's a smart player.
Yeah, that he just gets right over there. Oh, nice anti-air. But, yeah, huge damage here. And, you know, I don't know if this is necessarily a good fight for Blanka against Sagat.
I feel like it's pretty even, maybe okay, maybe evenish, or maybe more than even for Blanka.
But there you go, perfect example of some shenanigans. Let me just jump back right here.
Right.
You know, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to get in here, hop to the other side, up ball into red focus.
Yeah, right. That's the kind of thing that you have to do. Now, to be fair, that's pretty safe. I mean, to be doing it with red focus, it's not super safe, but it's fine. But you know, he'll be doing that sometimes without even making it safe.
But I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that was an EX up ball, or was that a regular up ball?
I think it was regular.
Oh yeah, because EX would knock down.
Yeah.
But I mean, he gambled 3 meters on that. It makes it safe, but he just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go and spend my 3 meters, and if I hit him, I win.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Blanka, of course, one of the characteristics about him is that he's so short, very easy for things to go over him. Bonchan tried to place that well-spaced knee and it missed.
One thing that Nishikin does throughout the set, and that he does generally with Blanka, is he uses the focus a lot. Focus is one of Blanka's main mid-range tools, and he uses it as a threat. He wants to use it so that the opponent blocks or gets hit by it and dashes in. But sometimes he will dash cancel before the focus hits, and he'll go into throws.
Right.
Something we'll see a lot of.
Oh, yeah, that's punishable. Yeah.
Kind of against the wall there.
All right.
Yeah, there's that patience from Nishikin.
Yeah,
so it can be kind of tough as an opponent playing against that sort of style to get a good read on when he's going to be playing that away sort of game, and then when this is going to happen. You see Bonchan try to react with a crouch tech on the first hop, but instead there were 2 hops.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful transition right there from playing super defensive and careful to all of a sudden, I'm going in!
Yeah.
You know? So, again, that's how you have to play Blanka. Again, see, that slide wasn't necessarily at the safe distance, but, you know, he took a step, got Bonchan to stand up, and was able to get the slide in. Didn't really lead to much, but it could have, you know, and that's the key. You got to pick those moments.
So now that Nishikin has a life lead, he doesn't really need to make things happen, but his style, I feel like it's not really. Wow, that's ridiculous. That setup. I don't even know what to do about that.
That had to have been character specific. I can't.
Yeah, I think it
or
probably
something.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we go. So this is where we talked about Nishikin really doesn't care. He's just gonna chill back here. Has no reason to go nuts.
Yeah, he'll go for I was gonna say, it turns a crouch tech into a combo. It wasn't major. You will see sometimes that he turns life leads into smaller life leads by still going in. But like I was saying at the start, I think that's something Blanka kind of has to do. You have to make it so that the opponent can't get an easy beat on where you're going.
Right. So See,
I love seeing people mash on buttons trying to get back into the game as soon as they can.
Universal language
Everybody
of Street Fighter.
Everybody.
Also, when you die, when someone jump kicks you, you do uppercut motions.
I was
and
doing
look at
it.
your joystick,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is that mid-range tool is really nice for Blanca. That he has like great range focus, pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh wow, just goes right in there. Yep, 2 jumps in a row.
Well, you'll see that pay off for him a bunch of times too. So it's something that he, kind of over the set, I feel like he does okay with.
Yeah, again, always trying to get out of the corner with that, and that's not easy too. Low short, low short, low short, stand jab, ball. That's all 1-frame links. So he has to make sure he has that on point. Okay. But again, like I said, this is up against Bonchan. Keep in mind, Bonchan, as we mentioned, 2nd place at EVO.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, anytime you're going up against Bonchan, you got to feel like you're the underdog coming in here, and it's going to be an uphill battle. So to see Nishikin be able to, go toe-to-toe with him, very impressive.
Well, like I said, they do play each other, pretty regularly, and the matchup is fine. So. And I do feel also, like I said, like Nishikin plays Blanca about as well as he can play Blanca.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, look at that, yeah. He could have gotten a lot more damage out of that, but I love the jump anyway.
Yeah, and then he just hops in and goes for a throw, tries to get some chip in. Look at this
little counter hit
craziness.
set up, with nice reaction.
And there's a perfect example where he had a huge life lead, but he just kept going in. He took a chunk of damage off of that, but he's not worried about it. Oh, nice. Use that close standing forward to go over crouch text, and then another shenanigan, hop into ball.
He didn't even make it safe. He had 2 bars to make that safe. He had a pretty significant life lead, but if he had been punished on that DP FADC Ultra, I don't know if he would have had one anymore.
Yeah, But as we mentioned, there's just, that was so beautiful, that slide into low fierce whiff punish. But he's not content to, be idle. He can play defensive, but see, look at him. He's just walking into a bunch of fireballs now because he doesn't want to stay still. And hopping in there, trying to get in there again.
You just can't let your opponent feel like they can sit.
Yeah, especially with a character like Blanca, because, his ground game is a little awkward. He's not like the best, let me walk around low forward, fireball, footsie kind of game, so he kind of has to rely on this. And yeah, he's taken a lot of damage just from walking into fireballs. In fact, his entire life lead is gone.
Right.
Oh, and yeah, hops into that and then just gets uppercutted out of the air. Like
ultimately jumps to his death.
Yeah, pretty much. And if you're going to go crazy on offense, it's going to go one or two ways, right? You're going to either get beat up or you're going to beat them up. So, especially with a character like Blanca, right? Obviously, there's some characters with very, very good offense, like a Dudley, for example, right? If he starts going crazy on you, chances are you're falling dizzy and you're going to lose the round.
yeah. Blanca's damage and stun output are not really the
same. not quite the same thing, yeah. But so you're going to see rounds like that where Nishikin's going to lose because he just hopped in or walked into too many fireballs and stuff like that. So let's see how his crazy style pays off here in the third game. Again, this is a best. This is a first to three, a best of five. Oh, see, great. Again, great read, getting over that fireball. But again, like it almost feels like sometimes you're just gonna have to randomly jump over and hope he does throw the fireball to keep that fireball game honest from the opponent.
That EX parabolic ball, he really makes count. I think that works out just about every time.
Yeah. You can control it pretty well, and he's probably one of the best at controlling it.
There is a range where you can make it unblockable, but I don't know that was it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the joke, a lot. You could hear it if you watch this match. Z's commentating, and he basically calls it the Tokyo Unblockable because so many people get hit by that all the time.
Oh, I tried to walk under, no dice.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I'm noticing about how Nishikin does things is that he will let himself get pushed or focus backdash pretty far away. Yeah, I do about that range. And then when he sees a tiger shot, he'll jump over the tiger shot, and then it's a mix-up between jumping in again or focus dash toward or hop toward. into little shenanigans. So it's a cool mix-up that he forces in that situation.
Yeah, he recognizes that being a screen away from Sagat is not a problem because the first jump puts you at a range where Sagat can't really counter you.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of a safe range.
So yeah, so if he does try to throw us, oh, that was so nice, using that standing forward to go over low attacks. It floats now almost immediately. That was one of the changes. Oh, there it is. Predicts the fireball. Oh, wow. And he uses the meter for the red focus. Again, that one jump in paying off for him for big damage.
Yeah.
You mentioned one time he could have did a lot more damage as a perfect example of what could have been.
Ooh, I like that. Look at Bonchan's reaction. He doesn't. He doesn't like it.
Oh, man. Yeah, in between round expressions is always one of the most fascinating things. I always love looking at players' faces after a game is done.
Honestly, I think that's one of the main benefits to being at a live event. You can always see that.
That's why I always talk about it when we're doing commentary. I like to bring it up because I just feel like it's such a fascinating thing.
So he's caught in the corner. We've seen how he's tried to get out. It's oftentimes with focus attack level 2, dash toward, or dash cancel it.
Ooh,
wow.
Another read.
Ooh, again, I really like that.
He was going for shenanigans.
I really don't like that.
So cross-up ball will knock down now, so that's a benefit in Ultra. But if it's blocked, you are deader than dead. I mean, if the opponent sees it's coming, oh, look at this.
Again.
Wow.
He's really guessing right.
This is a perfect example here of how Blanka can get the momentum. He's not going to deal a lot of damage at once, but he's definitely going to be kind of crazy and just, chip away damage little by little.
Right. So there's that range that he doesn't mind getting pushed back to. And I like how Bonchan's dealing with it. He doesn't really want to let Nishikin stay there. But Nishikin knows he has time on the clock, and he's shown that he is really capable of going back and forth between lame and all of a sudden pressure.
Yeah, and this
it's really just one hit that he needs. He's still close.
And this is good reaction here, but it just didn't work. Most everybody was pretty surprised that it didn't actually connect at that point in time.
Yeah, look at their respective reactions. You can see it.
Nishikin's like, really?
Yeah.
I swear I got that in time. So look at the disappointment on his face. He's so frustrated. But I mean, again, things look kind of bleak for him, perhaps. But it's again, this is just how the character rolls. This is kind of how. Okay, that was Anyway, this is how the character plays. This is how Blanka is supposed to, this is how you're going to expect his matches to go. Yeah. And in fact, at Capcom Cup, I imagine a lot of his matches are going to be like this, where it looked like he might be down for a while, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's just going to make this ridiculous comeback. Or I don't expect to see Blanka beating a lot of people 3-0. Let's just put it that way. The odds are going to be that it's going to be like 3-1, 3-2 kind of situation.
We'll see.
That's how I feel about the character. Not the strongest of characters, and just being as straight up about that.
I agree, man.
All right. So Nishikin down here, one game again. He's done that a lot. Neutral jump, baited Bonchan into throwing another fireball. So rather than doing it from jumping from across the screen and then jumping again, he's just at the neutral, right in the middle of the screen and neutral jumping and creating that same mix-up.
I love the mix-ups on the mid-range focus. Right there, a little bit ago, he was holding focus and he dashed backwards, expecting the jump forward from Sagat, and he had anti-air crouching strong. I really like that.
Yeah, and see, good life lead, but very aggressive still. Oh, nice. Got right under there. And see, every once in a while, Nishikin's willing to try to bait something out. He tried to bait out an uppercut, but Bonchan had that beautiful read and threw him instead.
Right.
But again, big life lead.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I really think that was just prediction. I don't think that was reaction.
Yeah.
Let's check it out again.
That was probably either like half prediction, half guess kind of thing. Like, I think right about now. Because watch Bonchan's like tempo here. Tiger shot, kind of tiger shot.
He does a great job of varying his timings, this Bonchan. So yeah, he just guessed it.
Yeah.
But like I said, they play each other a lot. They know the little tendencies. So you're going to see things like that in this match. Yeah. It's not weird.
And again, just focusing through the fireballs. Oh, that was beautiful right there, catching the neutral jump.
And then just like that, Nishikin puts a stop to that pressure.
Yep. Nishikin playing a little defensive right now, but that's not defensive, more just trying to figure out what's going on kind of a situation. He is down in life.
Yeah, sort of waiting game.
Yeah. Tried that cross up, Blanca ball again. Bonchan had the autocorrect uppercut. And here he goes, just hopping in, trying to get those throws. And oh yeah, he's getting away with a lot of those slides because those are very close range. Those aren't even at safe distance. It's just a good read, knowing that, you know, what he does a lot of times is before he slides, he takes a step. Mm-hmm. So we've mentioned a lot of times Street Fighters are dance that two people try to maintain a distance.
Right.
So he'll take a step, and then he'll expect Bonchan to stand up and walk back to try to maintain that distance, and that's how he gets that slide in there. You see he doesn't rely on it too much.
Yeah, just, there you go. Right in. Ooh, wow.
No punish.
Oh, that's a big, that's big.
Oh, wow, and he spends the meter.
That's legit damage.
Yeah, and especially on the last round like this, you want to put them into that kind of wary state. And wow, that was a huge risk, but he did not punish it.
It's so tough to punish if he lands. It really is. I don't know that it's even possible.
Just uppercut him out of the air.
yeah, definitely just hit him out of the air. It's ST Ken Fierce Dragon Punch status.
Oh, there it is, that Blanca ball that everyone gets hit by.
But interesting that he went for that, right? Because if he had gotten that blocked, we would be pretty even in life.
Yeah, Wow, was that Chip or was that?
No, it was not.
Yeah,
no way.
He just walked into that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, you can see right now that, you know, Nishikin's relying a lot on just. You can see how the way that he's playing, it's similar paced, similar styled, but what he's doing is different all over the place. You know what I mean? It's either hop, or he just walks up slide, walks up sweep, walks up poke into hop, you know, jump over and all this stuff like that. He has to keep it, he has to keep his variety there. He can't fall into any patterns, and he's doing a great job of that. So
yeah, for all the little mix-ups he has, you know, a few different variations, 3 or 4 different variations, and that really keeps the opponents on their toes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly like that. Again, held focus, saw the jump toward on reaction to focus, dash backwards, got the anti-air.
Yeah, look at that. Just went for a meaty jump attack. He doesn't care. He just went for it. Oof.
Yeah, bad look.
Yep.
Still caught in the corner.
But here he goes, trying to get out of the corner now. Just a tiny bit of life left. What can he do in this situation?
So he's looking for that jump. And notice, that was one of the rare times where he does a preemptive jump at that range. Mm-hmm. Typically, he had reacted to Tiger Shots with a jump, kind of a safe, welcome jump. But there, he started to crack maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I would say that's the only time we've seen him, quote, panic, unquote, you know, just try to get in a little bit too hard. But yeah, now, I mean, this is a tough situation now. You're trying to break, you know, the wall of Bonchan Sagat. Here in Grand Finals, the last game, you're down a round. And this is just a great example here of Nishikin's mettle, you know, this just how much perseverance he has in this situation.
Yeah, guessing right in a couple situations. I love that he chased down like that. Missed the combo, unfortunately, for him. And now that he has the life lead after that little burst.
Right.
Oh man, the risk.
Dude, but do you see that? Look, he could see it. He could see it. After he got this combo, he's like, I have a life lead now, right? So he gets this throw.
Yeah, then a little pressure series.
Yeah, a little pressure. Gets a little more damage here. Drops this. But now he realizes Bonchan wants to get in. So he blocks. He defensive, offensive. Just like a great instant switch between one and the other to catch him off guard. I really, really like that. Because it really looked like that was the moment where Nishikin said, I'm not going to do anything for the rest of this round.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he did.
I think that caused a little bit of trepidation in Bonchan. You see him slow down a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Ooh. Yeah, See, he hasn't stopped.
No.
He hasn't stopped at all.
Starting to get to danger zone, yeah, so he just gets out of there.
Okay, what's the guess here?
Oh,
Knocks him down.
It's so smart. Oh,
this is probably it right
in
here.
death. Yeah. I asked a couple of Blanca players about this setup. Is it legit? And they said it is legit.
Okay. There's really not much.
It's an imminent death situation.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Sagat jump, and he just landed right in there. Even if he kicked, I'm pretty sure he would have gotten hit.
Yeah. If Blanca just does that raw while standing, then I think every character can punish. But in that situation, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he does it raw, you can always forward jump, land, and punish him pretty much before the second strike comes out. But yeah, so he takes that round, and now he's at match point and goes for the double hop.
He has to keep playing that style. You know, It can't go, oh, wow, that beat Dragon Punch.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nice thing about Blanca, too, is that his jump is fast. So a lot of times you can jump at people even with uppercuts and just catch them off guard.
Yeah, and Jump Roundhouse has a really nice hitbox on it. Not much of a hurtbox on it.
Ooh, chasing him down. Getting out of there. Oh, the unblockable. It's not really unblockable, just so you guys know, but it just lands so often.
So this is a huge round. If Bonchan takes this round, he resets the bracket. If Nishikin takes it, he goes to San Francisco.
Right. And then
big pressure.
How does Nishikin end this? I mean, he ends it probably the way that you would expect a Blanca to end it, which is, I believe, right about.
Well, he's already had a couple of hop forwards into light pressure, but not into risky pressure.
There it is.
There it is into risky
one.
pressure.
Yep.
And again with this setup, and that is it. That's it. Nishikin takes it.
Yeah, but again, like we point this out that when he's sitting here doing this, and he suddenly decides to go in for the double hop.
Well, he waited until Bonchan was at a range where double hop gets to the other side, so
right.
it's not totally crazy for him. But it's still a huge risk. Again, if he loses this round, it's all reset, and he has to win a whole new set of 3 games.
But see, here's the situation. If he misses this, obviously Bonchan wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He just put the whole thing on the line right there.
This whole set was bet on that moment.
Yep, and it worked. There it is. Nishikin takes it, and so he will be at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, honestly, like, just because mostly I feel like it's the character, I feel like Nishikin is going to be considered largely an underdog at this event.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah, this is not anything talking about Nishikin's style or how good he is, because he's obviously an amazing player.
I like how he plays Blanca a lot. I think he does a great job of doing what he can do.
Right.
And I don't want to make it come across I think Blanca is a terrible character.
Right.
I think Blanca has plenty of matchups he goes even in, plenty of matchups he wins. I just think he has fewer of those than, well, quite a few other characters.
The one thing about Blanca I will say that's going to give him an advantage here is that I don't know if a lot of these players have experience against this level of a Blanca.
I think that's probably right. Yeah, we don't have too many of those in North America, just a couple. I don't know if Europe has any. Not that I'm somebody sitting across the ocean, but I haven't seen a Blanca of that caliber.
Yeah,
from Europe.
He could so easily play spoiler. Yeah, just depending on who he's matched up against. If the person just doesn't have a lot of Blanca experience, it could be a super painful match, because they're just going to be sitting there going, what is going on? And if you're not used to it, obviously, like you said, Bonchan's played him a lot, so he was able to weather the storm a lot of the times. But if you're not ready for this, I mean, Blanca has the ability, and like I said, he's not going to kill you in giant chunks of damage, but he's just going to shenanigans you to death, pretty much. So.
Yeah, Nishikin does a great job of varying between that lame stay-away style and going right in and picking the spacings where he does it. And when he does it, sometimes there are risky options, but the point is that he has these 3 or 4 different options that he can go to in all of the little situations that he forces that make it tough to deal with as the opponent.
And that's just kind of the character design. Yeah. The character has to go for those kind of little risky kind of situations, because, again, he doesn't have like the solid set of footsies and stuff like that a lot of other characters have. So, but yeah, again, I expect him to be massive spoiler, potential spoiler.
Well, I'm just happy
Capcom
that
Cup.
he's there.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
It's like you said, wasn't a character that we expected necessarily, but I think that makes it more interesting. I'm really happy about that.
Hey, if you want to see if he takes out anybody and ruins anybody's day, you know,
that'd be awesome.
December 13th
yeah.
at the Warfield. If you're in San Francisco, if you want to make a trip out to it, there's VIP seats and regular tickets there that you can get. It's going to be super awesome. I don't think we've had a fighting game event at that kind of a venue before, and it's going to be really cool. Again, December 13th, the Warfield, or watch it live on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. Do not miss this event.
And if you're interested in this sort of video where we analyze fighting games and break down the strategy and what's going on, then head on over to our channel, which is youtube.com/UltraChenTV and live at twitch.tv/UltraChenTV, where we do these analysis vids sometimes, and where we also do a lot of news and talk about what's happening in fighting games.
Yeah, if you want to keep up with just game releases, event news, and things like that, you can watch our shows. We also have, shows where we try to teach people to play games from a beginner standpoint and also from a high-level standpoint as well. So we try to cover something for everybody. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Capcom Cup.